Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. We're talking about the iPhone 12 and the iPhone SE2 today. The iPhone 12, we got a hands-on video of not like the official leaked design, but what I think still gives us a really good look at what's coming next year. There's some new sensor stabilization technology coming to the iPhone 12, and there's probably, well, I'll tell you, we got a story about price for the iPhone 12, and then the iPhone SE2, it's probably not gonna be called that. It's gonna be called something else. We have a leak of what that could be. Drop a like if you're excited for this video. I'm excited to jump into all this. Hit subscribe down below. So enough of the teases, guys. This is not News Channel 5. Let's go ahead and jump in. So there's been some speculation for the iPhone 12 that because of the feature set, 5G support, a redesigned chassis, possibly better battery life, more on that in just a little bit, it's going to be a significant upgrade. For sure, the biggest upgrade since 2017's iPhone 10, which is coincidentally when the last price upgrade happened. Notice how I phrased that? I should be a salesman. I said price upgrade because it is a feature at the end of the day. Well, here with the iPhone 12, we're hearing that there could be a slight cost increase, but it's not going to be nearly as significant as it was in 2017. And while I want to say like, oh yeah, I respect that decision, thanks Apple, you know, you guys are just a really good company, I don't think they have much of a choice here because if you saw what happened in 2017, I still know people to this day that refuse to spend more than $500 or $600 on their cell phone and will not upgrade to the iPhone XS or the iPhone 11 Pro series because $1,000 in their heads is just too expensive. And rightfully so, that is a lot of money. This time could be a slight price increase. I would guess $50 to $100, but even so, it's not going to be absurd, and honestly, I think I'm willing to pay it for what we're hearing. The actual components in the iPhone 12 themselves, like 120Hz display and 5G and a new processor, could definitely drive the cost up, but I think that the chassis itself could be a big driver as well, and that's where we're hearing big changes are happening. More recently, we've actually gotten a video of what the iPhone 12 is going to look like, but I want to be clear when I show you this. This is not an official video. This is likely not even based off of anything remotely that has come from Apple. I think somebody heard the rumor and wanted to see what it would look like with a triple camera iPhone because we know the highest end iPhones, again in 2020, are going to have a triple camera setup. So here's that video right here. Credit to who posted this down below. It is a super nice refresher considering what we've seen for the past 6 or so years, and it is time. We are well overdue for a refreshed iPhone design. The iPhone's design has been so stagnant for so many years, and the all-screen design was a nice refresh, but I don't know. I feel like they can't get that pass. They will not get that pass from me again if they just recycle the nice 2014 era rounded edge iPhone. It's time for something new, and the iPhone 4 design remixed for the iPhone 12 is something that most people will definitely be happy with. It also just looks a lot different, which will help them sell some more phones. So let me know what you think about this new design down below. Again, this is totally fake. Credit to who posted this down below. And the uploader actually said this was the iPhone SE2. Yeah, a little bit weird, right? In fact, if the iPhone SE2 has 3 cameras, I will, I don't know, I'll do something fun. I'll do some challenge, or maybe I'll try to eat 12 saltine crackers in a minute, or I don't know what the challenge is, but I want to do something ridiculous because I do not think that Apple's lowest cost iPhone will have a triple camera setup, but who knows? It's 2020, anything's possible. Speaking about that iPhone SE2, I don't actually think it's going to be called the iPhone SE2 because that's a bit of a clunky name, but you know, Apple does have iPhone 11 Pro Max, so there is some precedent here. But a few weeks back, Takara, who has a pretty mixed track record, some of what they post spot on, other things totally off, have never happened yet. Like they claimed, I think the new iPhone last year or this year would have horizontal Face ID, and that's just never happened. This time around, they're claiming that they know the name of the iPhone SE2, and I mean, it sort of makes sense, it sort of doesn't. So we know the iPhone SE2 is not going to look like the iPhone 5S any longer. It's essentially going to have a new camera system similar to the iPhone 11 series, but single camera, A13 processor inside, decent battery, and of course in the body of an iPhone 8. So the screen will go from 4 inches diagonally to 4.7 inches as an alternative to people that don't want to pay a ton of money for their phone and also don't want a huge screen or the best features. As this is going to be sort of a reincarnated iPhone 8, Takara claims some sources have told them that the iPhone 9 will be the official title. It makes sense in the regard that it is like a lower end iPhone than the 11, but also sort of throwing the 9 in there that they've always skipped, clearly marketing it as inferior to the 11. I mean, it makes sense, it doesn't. I'm not exactly sure what direction they're gonna go in. Like I see either way here, but it sounds weird to announce an older iPhone than what's out now. Maybe they'll call it like the CE or something, or another set of letters that they've never used before to show us that it's different, but also a lower end iPhone. Maybe they will bring back iPhone C or something like that. Maybe it will be the 11C. You heard it here first. That sounded kind of good in my head. It rolled off the tongue pretty well, and I'll keep you updated on that in the future. But as of right now, that's what we know about the iPhone SE2, or should I say iPhone 9. Moving back to the iPhone 12, inside inside of every new iPhone each year, there is a battery protection module that essentially, I think, regulates the way that the battery works and runs so that you don't end up with a Note 7 incident. Well, next year, Apple has found a way to make that module 48% smaller, so it's almost half as big as it used to be, and here's a very nice image. You can clearly tell it is going to be a lot smaller. The millimeters are really shrinking here, and Mac rumors suggest that this could mean larger battery capacity is coming. So I thought this was interesting. I wanted to share it with you. Ultimately, it could be used for more battery space, or it could be left entirely empty, or used for another component, but the potentiality is here, and I'm looking forward to see what Apple does with even just a few millimeters of extra space. They seem to be quite resourceful. And for cameras on the iPhone 12, we already know one of the headlining features is going to be a 3D time of flight camera to help with some AR, augmented reality applications, or with some computational photography. Now we also know that there's going to be some new sensor technology coming to these lenses. So pretty much forever, the iPhones and many other phones on the market have used optical image stabilization, meaning that in the lens itself, there is a component to make sure that when you're walking down the street, the camera angle didn't look like this. On both the standard angle and telephoto lens, so 1x and 2x, Apple's already got optical image stabilization, but missing from this year's 11 Pro series is any optical stabilization in the ultra wide angle lens. Next year, according to Digitimes, for the iPhone 12, Apple's not going to be applying optical image stabilization to all three lenses, but rather use a new technology called sensor shift stabilization, where it applies to the camera module itself rather than any one of the three lenses in particular, which sounds pretty great. That being said, this could also be a way for Apple to just reduce the number of components inside of the iPhone and lower their overall cost. So I will keep you updated here, as with the rest of the iPhone 12, as with the iPhone 9, as with everything Apple's working on in the new year. I'm hyped. I have not been looking forward to a new year of Apple products like this since probably 2017 when the iPhone 10 rumors were in full effect. It is going to be the biggest year for Apple in a long time, and you heard that here first, y'all. Wow, I just got really country really quick. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe for more. Those are the latest iPhone 12 and iPhone 9 rumors. I hope you're doing well. Happy holidays, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.